Good afternoon. I would like to call this meeting of the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio to order. Today's date is May 14th, 2025. Our first order of business will be the roll call, which will be conducted by Jeff Jones, the Commission's legal director.
Chair French.
Here.
Vice Chair Conway.
Here.
Commissioner Friedemann.
Here.
Commissioner Dieters.
Here.
Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Chair French, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Our next order of business is approving the minutes from the meeting of April 30th, 2025. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as prepared?
I move approval of the minutes as prepared.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any comments or discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? The minutes as prepared are approved. We'll now go through the items on our agenda, beginning with Judge Addison with electric. Item number 1, case 25110EL RDR, please.
In this entry on rehearing, the Commission denies the application for rehearing filed by the Ohio Consumers Council.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry on rehearing.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 1 is approved. Item number 2, case 231017EL RDR, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission grants AEP Ohio's motion to suspend the GridSmart operational benefits assessment by Daymark Energy Advisors consistent with this finding and order.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding in order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 2 is approved. Item number 3, case 24278EL SSO et al., please.
In this opinion and order, the Commission adopts the stipulation submitted by various parties and authorizes Duke Energy Ohio to implement its 5th electric security plan.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the opinion in order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 3 is approved. Item number 4, case 24389EL RDR, please.
In this entry, the Commission selects Blue Ridge Consulting Services to conduct the audit services necessary to assist the Commission with the review of the infrastructure investment rider of AES Ohio.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 4 is approved. Item number 5, case 141080EL RDR et al., please.
In this finding and order, the Commission approves the applications of AES Ohio to update its energy efficiency rider subject to staff's recommendations.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding in order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 5 is approved. Item number 6, case 141879ELAGG, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission approves the renewal application of PJ Energy for certification as a competitive retail electric service provider in Ohio.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding in order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 6 is approved. Item number 7, case 21919ELCSS, please.
In this entry, the Commission dismisses this complaint without prejudice for lack of prosecution.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 7 is approved. Item number 8, case 22477ELRDR, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission adopts staff's recommendations regarding the financial audit of AES Ohio's infrastructure investment rider for the period from December 2021 to November 2022.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding in order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 8 is approved. Item number 9, case 24362ELUNC, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission accepts the results from the competitive auction to procure generation supply for the percentage of income payment plan program customers of AES Ohio.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding in order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 9 is approved. Item number 10, case 2533ELCSS, please.
In this entry, the Commission grants AEP Ohio's motion to dismiss the complaint with prejudice.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 10 is approved. Item number 11, case 25170ELEDI, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission approves revisions to the electronic data interchange transaction sets recommended by the Ohio EDI Working Group.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 11 is approved. That takes us to gas with Judge Shabo. Item number 12, case 2586GAATA, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission grants Duke Energy Ohio's application to modify its interruptible monthly balancing service tariff.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 12 is approved. Item number 13, case 141918GAAGG, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission grants Empower Gas and Electric LLC's application for renewal of its certificate to provide competitive retail natural gas service in Ohio.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 13 is approved. Item number 14, case 24915GAORD, please.
In this entry, the Commission directs that comments and reply comments on the gas pipeline safety rules in Ohio Administrative Code, Chapter 4901:1-16, be filed by June 16 and June 30, 2025, respectively.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 14 is approved. We do not have anything scheduled in telephone or water, so that takes us to transportation. Judge C. Item number 15, case 24597TRCVF, please.
In this opinion and order, the Commission finds that staff met its burden of proof to demonstrate the respondent violated the Commission's transportation regulations and directs the respondent to pay the assessed civil forfeiture.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the opinion and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 15 is approved. Item number 16, case 24788TRCVF, please.
In this entry, the Commission grants staff's motion for a default judgment based on the respondent's failure to appear at the hearing and directs the respondent to pay the assessed civil forfeiture.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 16 is approved. We will call item number 17, case 24757TRCVF. Item number 18, case 241146TRCVF. And item number 19, case 2569TRCVF together, please.
In these three finding and orders, the Commission approves the settlement agreement between staff and the respondent and directs the respondent to pay the agreed-upon civil forfeiture.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 17, 18, and 19?
I move approval of each of the three finding and orders.
Is there a second?
Second to all three.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Is anyone opposed? Items number 17, 18, and 19 are approved. We will call item number 20, case 2584TRCVF, and item number 21, case 2589TRCVF together, please.
In these two entries, the Commission denies the respondent's request to reopen the case as the respondent failed to present just cause.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 20 and 21?
I move approval of both entries.
Is there a second?
Second to both.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Items number 20 and 21 are approved, and we will call item number 22, case 231123TRCVF, and item number 23, case 24903TRCVF together, please.
In these two entries, the Commission grants staff's motion to dismiss with prejudice as upon further investigation, prosecution of the violation was found to be unwarranted.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 22 and 23?
I move approval of both entries.
Is there a second?
Second to both.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 22 and 23 are approved. We will call item number 24, case 25478 RRFED, item number 25, case 25481 RRFED, and item number 26, case 25491 RRFED. Together, please.
In these three finding and orders, the Commission directs the railroad to install warning devices at grade crossings in Washington, Fayette, and Wyandotte counties.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 24, 25, and 26?
I move approval of all three finding and orders.
Is there a second?
Second to all three.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Items number 24, 25, and 26 are approved. Item number 27, case 25532 TRCBF, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission finds the identified drivers, motor carriers, and shippers in default and directs them to either pay the assessed civil forfeiture or demonstrate why they are not in default by June 13th, 2025.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 27 is approved. That takes us to the end of our case agenda. The next commission meeting will be held on Wednesday, May 28th at 1:30 PM in this hearing room. Are there any additional comments from staff or my fellow commissioners?
Chair French, if I may.
Yes.
Thank you. Just wanted to take a quick second to highlight my participation in a collaborative that was created by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission in cooperation with the National Association of Regulated Utility Commissioners as it relates to gas-electric coordination. I've been fortunate enough to be the representative of Ohio and the Mid-Atlantic regulators. So myself and Commissioner Barra from Pennsylvania represent our region, most of the PJM RTO region. And we were asked to participate in the first official meeting of the collaborative in Washington, D.C. a few weeks back. And I just wanted to highlight, based upon this issue being something that us regulators have discussed and sometimes mulled over to ad nauseum, gas electric coordination as it relates to using natural gas as the primary fuel for our regional transmission organization. And I think, as much as the topic has been discussed, I'm encouraged by the conversation that was had in Washington. I'm hopeful that the collaboration continues, because absent some legislative solution, either federal, some individual states can do some things. I think it's something we need to be really cautious moving forward, that we're paying attention to an electric grid that is in great part supported by a fuel that serves other entities, and namely residential and commercial natural gas customers. So it's a massive challenge, and it's a looming concern for a lot of those of us who I know all my fellow commissioners and the Federal Energy Advocate team are concerned about resource adequacy, our ability to get this coordination right, prioritize it for our ratepayers, is something that has to be at top of mind, frankly. So I just wanted to report to everyone that I've been hopeful that these conversations are a benefit to Ohioans. I think they will be. It was the first official meeting where we got into the nuts and bolts of what we can do as states and how we can collaborate with federal government to make natural gas electric harmonization something that's top of mind, like I said. So I'll continue to report. The collaborative is an open docket at FERC until I think next spring. There's some intention that maybe if we continue progress, which I think we will, it might get continued and go later into next year. So we'll keep you posted. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Peters. Thank you for all the hard work you do on this and so many other topics that are of the utmost importance to us in the state of Ohio. All right, any additional comments from anyone? All right, hearing none, we are adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.